It's time to start working on our LA iWorks project. A team from lynda.com went down to LA iWorks, which is a really cool store for eyeglasses, and they have their own designs. The team took two cameras and interviewed Barbara and Gay for, well, they have about 40 minutes of footage, way too much to deliver to you. So a lot of this has been pre-digested. We picked out 4 sections and captured them in for you for the DVD-ROM or for the download. Very roughly edited, probably 10 to 15 seconds of rough footage on each side at least. The first shot is out of sync, so we can discuss how to bring them into sync, and then the rest of them have all been worked out to where the two cameras are in sync for you. Camera A is a close-up back and forth, and camera B is a wide shot. Let's bring our assets into the project so I can show you what they are. I'm just going to double click, which brings up my import box. All of the assets on the DVD should have been copied over to an assets directory. If you haven't done that, go ahead and do that. I've organized them by audio, photos, some Photoshop files, some titles, and video. As we learned in the exercise on importing assets, I can just take in and import the entire folder. So I'll import audio, photos, Photoshop is not going to be necessary in this tutorial. However, we used it earlier, so I included it. Titles, import the titles, and import the video. Now in titles, you can get rid of A, B, and C. You can get rid of the lower third. We're going to create it again, but I've included it so that you can put it into your templates. I'll delete those, but we'll leave credits so that we don't have to redesign it. So I have audio, I have LA iWorks. It's a mix that was given to me by another editor for this project. Photos are about half dozen of the many hundreds that they shot. This is the title for the credits, and many video shots. You can get rid of video without audio as well. That was for an earlier exercise. I wanted to include that just to let you see the difference in the icon between the film with the speaker and the film without a speaker, but we won't be using it in this exercise. Okay. So what you should have now is one audio file, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 photos. Stretch this down a little bit, make it easier to see. Or not. You then have one title, and yes, many videos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yes, 19 videos should be in your folder. Okay. Let's take a look at the interview shots. First of all, you've seen these before, but the interview shot one on the A camera was shot close up, and it will go back and forth between the two ladies. Interview shot cam B was shot at wide angle. Now the cam B shot, the audio comes from 2 lavalier microphones, and the audio is of a much higher quality than the ambient audio that comes from this camera. So we'll be using the audio from the wide angle shot. It's not quite as high in volume, but it is cleaner. So we'll use that. This was an interesting interview, and the ladies were a bit nervous, and the team tried to put them at ease. You'll hear them giggle. There'll be some discussions, that kind of thing. We're going to cut out all that and make them look good. So in the next exercise, we'll get started with interview shot 1, cam A and B. We'll do the 4 interview sections, and then in between each interview section, we'll be doing a montage. A lot of these other shots, the dolly shots, the pan shots, tilt and zoom, are all coverage shots, B-roll, stuff that you can cut to and cut from. Always go out and shoot lots of that, because if the video is to be at all interesting, you need more than just a headshot of people being interviewed. If they're talking about eyeglasses, cut to eyeglasses. If they're talking about the store, you can cut to the store. Sometimes, even with a wide shot and a close up, you really don't want to show what it was they were doing. Somebody makes a face, whatever, you want to cut away and do that. So we've got photos that we can use for montages, we've got pans that we can use, and we've got dolly shots we can use. As we go through, we'll talk about each one of the different pieces. So we'll have 4 interview shots leading in, leading out, and 3 montages. Let's get started.